Oh man,
look at us. We're
look
on
at
air.
us.
Literally, this is the first time I think we've been on air where it mattered that it was on air.
We're literally on air. We're not just like, we don't just have a sign on that says we're on air.
True. Welcome everyone in chat to the 98th episode of this podcast.
98.
Coming up to a very important number pretty soon, and a 2-year anniversary as well.
2 years, man.
2 years of this. So
it's I don't know the word for it. I know we mentioned on the last episode, but like
serendipitous.
Yes, serendipitous. That the 100th episode is also landing on the 2-year anniversary.
Yeah. We are cheating a little bit because we're taking 1 week break.
But we didn't realize we were
until
at
after
the 2 years until after we planned.
We preemptively cheated without knowing that it was cheating.
Right.
So we're fine, technically. But yeah. Welcome everybody in the chat. We see you guys. Let's fucking go. And looking for a group from WoW people in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. This is going to be yet again a slightly shorter episode for the live folks because we just recorded on Thursday. That was it. Yeah, it was. It was Thursday night because of AEW, which is why Brett in the chat is recognizing the shirt. But
what does it say?
FTR, Living Legends.
What's FTR stand for?
It's FTR. That's their team name. It's FTR.
It doesn't stand for anything?
It's FTR.
All right.
But yeah, so we recorded a little bit late and we got all the news out of the way then. So there's not too much today. So what's going to end up happening is we're going to go and let the digital boys, once the news shows up, and we're going to let them do that themselves. If any news does come up in between now and then, and we'll cut that in for the Thursday and Friday, both audio and video. Unless are we doing the Switch? Are we doing the Switch yet? Or we're doing that after 100?
The what? The Switch?
The Switch to like same.
Wait, what?
The Switch to same day.
That's...
Are we doing that later?
We'll do that later.
We'll do that later. We did it this week because,
life happened.
Yeah. But pretty much just expect some changes coming soon. But until then, Thursday audio and Friday video are going to have the digital boys hopping in for some motherfucking news.
So much... I feel like a lot of news did happen, but we did it so recently that we kind of got the down to the wire. I think during the last recording was like a couple hours prior to that, we got the Stadia news.
Pretty much, yeah.
So we got like the most recent thing out the way 3 days ago, something like that.
There definitely will be some stuff to talk about, considering that, thanks to Yuki in the chat saying this and bringing it up, that last time for Overwatch 1 is 9 a.m. PST tomorrow. And then it will be officially transformed into Overwatch 2. And Overwatch 1 will not exist.
It's Overwatch 2 Eve tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow is Overwatch 2 Eve. Maybe I'll stream some Overwatch tomorrow. I don't know. Fuck it.
Might as well.
I don't give a shit.
I feel like I have to get that now because I saw...
2 is free, so...
Yeah, but they said... I read today something about how you won't get a lot of shit into at the beginning if you don't already own one.
If you didn't previously play one. I don't know the exact details pretty much, but tomorrow morning. Yeah, so tonight is the eve. So maybe I'll go home after this, you'll get it, and then we'll play.
All right, fuck it.
If you have free time and don't have to.
To go.
Family matters. I don't know the theme song for that show.
It's a rare condition this day and age. I'm not going to do the whole theme song, but I know the theme song.
Gotcha.
For later, if we need that at some point.
It needs to come up. But yeah,
this is the day we need the Family Matters theme song now.
Hell yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. And we'll, for now, I don't know if we got too much to talk about. We have some stuff to talk about. One thing is, we got new merch.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the beautiful
water bottle
logo.
Longer arms than I.
I'm trying to... That comes up.
Hey, it autofocused. That's pretty neat. Hell yeah. This bottle is fucking phenomenal, I will say myself. It has kept my water cold for about 6 hours now.
You said that like it keeps it hostage. Keeps my water cold and kept. for 6 hours.
Jesus Christ, I can do that if that's wanted.
I'm about to say, we might have to do a titty thermos.
But, so get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, dumb it. You know what? This shouldn't even be on the table.
Piece of shit.
This is the only bottle that matters on the table.
And there'll be a second one sometime soon.
Yeah, mine's coming.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good bottle, I will say. I'm going to probably bring it to the gym with me. It's going to be my new gym bottle.
It's a good gym bottle.
Because I've just been bringing water bottles. And I don't know if you know this. I just recently realized I've been using, shout out to Brett and Josh from Haptic. I've been using Dubby as my pre-workout because I haven't gotten actual pre-workout yet. Mm-hmm. And the color that Dubby makes your water is very cummy.
Now, for people who don't define cummy,
you know, if you know, you know.
If you know what cum is,
yeah, it's that color. Like it's just like that like slightly off-white, yellowish white. That's like super. And I'm like, this isn't good in a Costco clear bottle. So now I can do it without shaming myself.
So you think people think you're drinking cum in the gym?
I don't think so, but it definitely doesn't look good. Like for me, it doesn't look good either. My brain is just like, that doesn't look appetizing, but it's delicious. So like, it's the neurofactor. That's what it is. Yes, exactly that. But it just doesn't look right when it's in a clear container, which is why all of their amazing shaker cups are like bright red or black. So you don't have to see it.
I'm gonna sneak into your gym one day and just yell from across like, that motherfucker's drinking cum.
Listen, man, gets the blood flowing.
You're like, and I'm killing shit too.
Yeah,
I'll take some of that.
Babies
dip out.
But yeah, so that's the thing that I'm gonna do soon.
It's a good source of protein. That would make it a post-workout drink.
W Energy, full of neurotrops, including the patented jizz factor. Hell yeah, that's it right there. It's a good thing they don't sponsor us too, because Jesus Christ, we would not be sponsored anymore. But yeah,
they might lean into it.
This will be a fun show though. We got a lot of cool stuff coming at you very soon. We had a busy ass Thursday. Do we want to talk about it at all?
We can allude to what we did on Thursday. Yeah, sure.
So on Wednesday, I went to AEW with both Brett and CLD, if he's in the chat. And on Thursday, I requested off, so we had this like full open day to just record whatever the fuck we wanted to. Mm-hmm, so we had one of your good buddies and recent buddy of mine. I met him at your wedding. I think the first time was when I went in.
No, because we recorded the older promos before the wedding.
We did?
Yeah.
I thought that was after wedding.
No. It couldn't have.
I think it was after wedding.
We sure?
Yeah, because I think I met him for the first time at the wedding, and I was like, hey, what's up?
No, because I think...
Really?
You saw him again at the wedding. I was like, yo, what's up?
I don't remember.
Because, okay.
Time's a construct.
Because we shot the original promos. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like... I think those promos were out. I'm about to double check. But I think they were out by the wedding.
I hope so. I actually don't even remember where we posted them, to be honest, too.
I think they're on Instagram.
We need to post those to YouTube as their own videos, too.
We do.
We'll do that. But pretty much we had Rel from Make Wonders Worldwide. Go check out his Instagram. He's
Please do.
Phenomenal.
He's amazing at what he does.
Dude shoots amazing concerts, and all of his shots are phenomenal. Mm-hmm. And he took some time out of his day to drive over to ya boys and film some content for y'all that'll be coming out very, very, very soon. Mm-hmm. Once we receive the footage and I edit it. But and then we have more shit coming as well. But it was a fun day of filming.
It was a fun-filled day of filming.
Broke a sweat for one of the videos. That was a thing that happened.
It was hilarious, too.
Yeah, let's just say that in one of the videos we had to run for a specific reason, which I will not tell you. But the shitty part about that situation is that when we were filming that part, we were outside running, and it was right as the school across the street, elementary school, was releasing the students. So all of the parents that have their children going to that school that literally live on your street were walking out to go like get their kids as we are
insane
sprinting and doing all sorts of wacky stuff in Ant's driveway.
Yep.
And that one's a different thing, which we'll get to in a second, Brett, just for context.
Got it.
But
you were right. It was September.
I was right.
You were right.
Yeah. Because I remember I met him at the wedding. Because I was like, I remember we saw him at the wedding, and by we I mean me, because you obviously
the royal
was coming to the wedding. And like, I was just like, this dude has such an energy about him that I dig so much.
Some people love Darrell.
Yeah, and I feel so bad because like I'm like not that energetic as a person.
But that's
like,
why you appreciate it.
I can't match it though, and I feel bad for him having to interact with me because I love interacting with him, but I can't match his shit. So I'm like,
nobody can.
I feel so bad, man. I'm sorry, but he's phenomenal. Check him out on Instagram at Make Wonders Worldwide, and new stuff coming soon.
Yeah, we like you said, we had a little shoot in the driveway.
Yeah.
We had
some stuff down here.
Some stuff down here.
In the backyard, too.
And in the backyard. There's going to be some really entertaining visual stuff coming.
Yeah. It's pretty fun.
And not coming meaning Dubby. Coming meaning coming to you soon.
We're never getting sponsored by Dubby if we wanted to. Imagine, like, sending our first, like we have to, like, send it to get approved. Be like, Dubby, it's not come.
That sounds pretty good.
Your
voice was professional and everything.
That's the great tag in the line. I better hear that on Hapticats this week, or else I'm suing.
Get you ready for your workout, and plus, it's not come. So you got that going.
But it's a great time. It's a great time. We appreciate you guys for being here and whatnot. So I guess it's time to start the actual show. Do we play the intro again for them?
I mean,
no.
Nah.
All right, the intro will be put in post.
Yes.
And whatnot. So,
intro now.
Yeah, intro. Okay, cool. Welcome. It's your turn this week.
It is my turn.
Do the thing.
I'm doing the thing. Here comes the thing. That's what she said. Level up, gamers, and welcome to another episode, live episode on Twitch and YouTube of Save Before Quitting. Yes. I am Ant, and this is my lovely, gorgeous, beautiful co-host.
I'm Chris. I don't believe anything.
Doesn't have the lovely, beautiful, gorgeous energy.
No, I'm so tired this weekend. It's a time.
I know. I'm too. But we're going to power through because that's what we do here at Save Before Quitting. As always, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Save letter B number 4 quitting. You can find us on all those places.
And you can also go buy merch with titty on it.
Yes, which is Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. Titty.
Join the Titty Gang, baby.
Titty Gang. Save Before Quitting, all the way spelled out.com. Load up on some merch. Merch.
News merch coming, actually.
Very new merch coming.
Teaser, but keep talking.
Save Before Quitting, all the way spelled out. At gmail.com if you would like to email us anything and everything. Here's a preview of some merch incoming. Take from that what you will.
I wonder what it could be in this
the lovely word bitch.
I wonder what that could be regarding happening soon.
Who knows?
It's so scary and spooky almost, I might say.
Almost.
But yeah.
What else we got?
The thing that we're here for. The reason we're here today.
Patreon. Everybody, that's also save letter B number 4 quitting. Be sure to sign up on our Patreon. We would truly appreciate it because there are 3 tiers. If you want to just support us, that's a tier. That's fine. If you want to, what's the $5 tier?
$5 tier, it gets you the 2 extra Patreon podcasts a month.
Per month.
Route 14 in right now, I think.
Yeah, about that.
Around that amount.
Yeah.
So decent bit of you guys to, come back and refresh your memory. We have a lot of stories on there about filing taxes.
Yes, taxes, and more taxes.
Yes.
As you're an adult with a job, you got to do it.
Yes.
And also, if you're an adult with a job, you got to do it if you feel what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Tax returns, baby.
Tax returns.
Yeah.
And another the last tier, if you want to join the show, be a part of the show, which is going to happen during this episode, this live episode. We have 1 live episode every month. Join us then. You could be a part of the show. Come on, ask questions live. We'll answer you live. It doesn't even have to be about video games. It can be about anything.
Yeah. It doesn't even have to be a question either. You're just like, hey, this is a thing we want to talk about. Let's go.
Right.
And we'll just talk about it until we have nothing left to say, and there's an awkward silence before we're like, okay, now it's time for you to plug yourself and leave.
Plug yourself and leave. Yeah. Your Uber is outside.
That's the podcast title. Plug yourself and leave.
That's a beautiful title.
Yeah, there it is right there.
But yeah, man. Now that the most of the housekeeping, we got some cool stuff coming that we kind of covered in the intro.
Yeah. We got to get to the next segment, which is actually sponsored. This next segment.
Yes.
This next segment is sponsored.
Yes.
So we'll take it away and we'll let the sponsor speak for themselves right here.
Sponsor incoming.
Do you want to see the most luscious hair in all of gaming? Then head on over to the Save Before Quitting podcast every single week, where you can see this luscious head of hair.
That's right. 500 subs and it's all gone. And you look like me.
Save Before Quitting is not liable for any blinding of eyes from the bald caucasity of this man's scalp. Any and all inquiries can be sent to the Save Before Quitting Discord, in which you have to only follow one rule of not being an asshole. Don't be the first. No hair was harmed in the making of this advertisement. Prolonged watching of the Save Before Quitting podcast will incite fits of laughter, learning of gaming knowledge, and also the filing of many taxes.
What a lovely sponsor. What a lovely sponsor.
What a lovely.
Like they said, 500 subs on YouTube, and then
the hair's gone.
And then we'll do that live as well on Twitch and also YouTube, technically. So, yeah. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Please.
And that'll be happening hopefully very soon, because the other day was like, I really want a haircut.
Y'all better get these follows up on YouTube.
I'm gonna need y'all to, because if not, it's gonna be down to like here at some point. I'm gonna be.
I mean, you could cut it. You could cut it just lower, just not all the way. You said you're shaving the head.
Yeah.
On the other one, you don't have to cut. You can still get a haircut.
We'll see. But in that meantime, an interim, while we're waiting for those 500 subs to get on over to YouTube, and what have you been playing this week? And by this week, I mean from Thursday to now.
If we're only no, you might have to let Yuki braid it.
That's fine.
That's
really
great.
Good Jedi braid.
You've heard it here. Yuki, you can braid his hair.
Sure, fuck it. I don't care.
Next live episode, she should come over and just be braiding your hair while we're recording it.
All right, fuck it. I don't care. Live braiding.
Live braiding, what everybody signs up for.
250 subs, live braiding.
It's halfway there, right?
Yeah.
If I didn't play anything different in the last 3 days. I've played more Shovel Knight Dig.
Nice.
Loving that. That's it. I have nothing else.
You have nothing else to discuss about Shovel Knight Dig? What separates this Shovel Knight from every other Shovel Knight that makes you? Is it better than other Shovel Knights, or do you think
it's a different kind? It's a different game. It's run based. So the other Shovel Knights are just platformers. So this one you're just seeing how far you can get, getting back up to the top, improving your gear, going back down, see how far you can get, go back to the top.
Do you think that's a better model for the Shovel Knight series?
I wouldn't say better. I think that series, it just works there.
Okay.
But I am still waiting for it's like Shovel Knight 2. Like I want that. I want another adventure as Shovel Knight.
Is there like Shovel Knight lore, or is it just like he's got a shovel?
No, there's little lore in there.
Okay.
It's
not like too much, right?
No. It's like it gives you a couple screens of text. You're like, all right. And then throughout the game, you might get like a screen of like, hey, I'm trying to do this. We have to get here. But it's not like it's super hard to wrap your head around. It's not God of War-esque.
It's not Kingdom Hearts, the game.
Well, nothing is Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
And this isn't even a dig at Kingdom Hearts, but I personally find it just hard to wrap my head around the lore of that game.
Yeah. It's like a Final Fantasy game, too. The lore of those games also confuses me. It's not because it's too much. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
It's not like their fault. It's just my brain can't handle it. You know
I feel like Square revels in... I think they do that shit on purpose.
Yeah. Then
which is fine. I think that's just their brand.
It's like forced replayability, because it's like you need to play it multiple times to understand what the fuck just happened every single time, and you still won't understand, and you still have to go watch a YouTube video about it, which in turn makes the clicks for the series go up, because then you have to have more people searching for it. So,
but like Yuki says, none of the Final Fantasies are connected, but like certain ones just have way deeper lore than others. Like I feel like for instance, Final Fantasy 9 you can kind of play through that, get it. This is my goal. We're gonna go do it, and boom.
Is it the same world though?
No.
So then why is it called Final Fantasy then?
There's a reason for that, and I don't remember.
That's dumb.
I forgot.
That's dumb.
But like
Square should just stop.
But like 7 has such deep lore and offshoots and side stories, and like that's one that's like you could probably there probably is a novel you could read.
There's probably Final Fantasy novels, and then there's cartoons of Kingdom Hearts because the mouse. Gorge.
I saw that recently. I guess I'll kind of talk about this as news, but there was a canceled Kingdom Hearts animated show or movie or something. Like somebody showed like the VHS on Twitter and was like, yeah, the previously canceled Kingdom Hearts anime. I was like, oh man, that would have been, I'm surprised they didn't put that out. But then I could also see how that would just be a nightmare.
Yeah.
With
It'd
Disney.
Be like One Piece, but like worse. It would just never end. But it's whatever. Those games are a lot, and I will never play them. Personally.
They're good though.
They're good, but I don't like turn-based games for the old ones, so that already takes it out of the running for me. Like I know games like Persona are great, but I fucking can't like do that because I can't sit there and just do turn-based combat the whole time. The only game that I can force myself through turn-based combat is like Pokemon, but like even then I'm like, this is boring, you know.
I get what you mean,
but that's just me.
They're all like, it's like chess pretty much. You're getting into a battle like, all right, what's the best move at the best time? You're just like, oh, there you go. Josh said it. What's up, Josh? Final Fantasy was supposed to be Sakaguchi's last game, hence Final Fantasy.
Turn-based combat ain't bad, says Unico. I didn't say it's bad. It's just bad for me. Like, I can't sit there and do that for so long. Like, I'd rather be playing a game rather than, like, clicking a button and then watching things happen. I'd rather do the things, if that makes sense.
I get it.
Yeah.
You're more action game oriented.
Yeah, I just, it's my way. My gaming, it's my ninja way. What's up, Josh?
I enjoy turn-based games. I don't think I enjoy them as much as like action games and any kind of alternative.
They have their place.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't have mind like settling in for however many hours of a turn-based game either. As long as there are turn-based games that are trash. And Pokemon's trash.
I mean, the story is always trash.
The story's just always the same.
Yeah, because it's bad. It's the same thing every single fucking time. But that's just me. I don't know. Either way, so what I played this week.
Yes, what'd you play? And
by week I mean 2 days. You have a fucking Autobot in your roof over there?
Oh no, it's a sub pump in back because it's raining, so all the water's getting.
Gotcha. I was like, I've never heard that before until today, and I was like, it sounded like Autobots roll out. And then
I should have lied and said no, go check in there. It's keeping something in a cage in there.
Hell yeah. But now I've been playing a little bit of Fortnite. Obviously, I've been playing with some friends. Yesterday, I had probably my best game ever. I dropped 18 kills. And 4 assists, and I won the game by myself because my team had died in the storm and took out 2 squads that were against me at the very end. There was a very I uploaded it to YouTube just so I can like have it, like I PlayStation shared and downloaded the whole video, and I just uploaded it to like my personal YouTube just so I have it, and I'll post it like in the Discord or something later. But like there's this moment at the very end where it's me versus the last 3 people, and they're all on a team, and I'm on this mountain, and the zone is pulling down the mountain. So I'm like, where the fuck are these people? Because it's just this mountain,
right?
And I get to this edge where this zip line is, and like, you know how like the ground, like at a certain point you can't see what's below you because the steepness of it. I'm like walking up, like crouch walking, like with my little gun, and then I see 3 fucking people just standing shoulder to shoulder with each other, like looking up at me on the hill.
So they saw you no matter what.
I almost pissed myself, like straight up. I was extremely fucking high as well, which did not help the situation. But I ended up somehow fucking pulling it out of my ass and winning the game.
Piss.
Yeah, I pulled the piss out of my ass. Piss in my ass. Well, that's from something. What is that from?
I don't know. It sounds like some angry video game nerd shit.
It was like, I forget what the fuck it is. I'll think of it later. But it was crazy, to say the least. It was probably the best game I've ever played. And then it was very nice and also sad because on Figure Friday when we went to play, we didn't win a single fucking game the whole night.
That's just not typical.
It was very weird. Like, everyone and their mother was out just, like, with sweatbands and, like, armbands and, like, you know, fucking gaming to their heart
Hardcore
content.
Gaming.
And they were just fucking killing us. South Park, that's what it's from. Pissing my ass.
Oh, wait.
Piss in my ass. Piss.
Was that the Tourette's one?
Yeah.
I do remember that one. Okay.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, I remember it now. But fucking damn, dude, it was a fucking good game. I'll put it in the Discord if you're not a member. Go ahead and join up! Exclamation point Discord in the chat. I don't know why I turned into Jamie Foxx doing an impression of Mike Tyson there, but here we are.
I mean, it's always a crowd pleaser.
Yeah, but join up and I'll post that later if you want to watch that gameplay. There's no like talking in it because we were in Discord chat, but. Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ, was it a hell of a game. And then after we played Fortnite for a bit, we switched over to Overwatch because, as you guys heard earlier in the chat, tomorrow morning, it's dead. The game is dead and gone. So
dead and gone, dead and gone. What song is that?
Kanye.
No.
Isn't it?
Nope.
It's Kanye.
Nope.
Who is it?
That's Justin Timberlake and T.I.
Oh.
The old be's dead.
I thought it was Kanye. They did it on a Punko's Pop record, and I remember like that version only.
I mean, "dead and gone" is a not uncommon saying, so I'm sure that's it's said in a different song.
T.I. and JT, Timberlake. Not. Did you say Bieber or Timberlake?
I said Timberlake. I said Justin Timberlake.
I don't know why, but Bieber went in my brain.
Bieber Timberlake, everybody's favorite.
You know. But yeah, man, it was fun. Played a little bit of Overwatch. We didn't win a single game in Overwatch, though. I will say that because we were a 6 stack, so there was 6 people on the team, and that means we were only getting matched with other people that were 6 stacks, which means people that are playing this game either professionally or they're very good at it. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, this was probably the first time we've ever played 6 people before, and our team cohesion was an all-time low because 4 or 3 out of the 6 were high. One of them was extremely
That's supposed to work for
drunk.
You. Oh, no. That does. Extremely drunk does not work for you.
One person was extremely drunk, 4 people were extremely high, and then one person was just there and not high yet, and then got high later. So it was inebriated bad times.
Y'all were the fucking Scooby-Doo gang. Y'all are in the fucking mystery machine playing Overwatch.
Yeah, it was a time. It was performance de-enhancing drugs that were happening right there.
Zoink, Scoob, where's the weed? It's Overwatch time. I wasn't that drunk. I was very drunk. You were drunk because you kept coming into the Discord saying you were drunk.
Well, you were just there like as a not high or like drinking person, Yuki, and then you were like, "I'm gonna get high," and I'm like, "Okay." So it was a time, but it was fun. It was
going
a fun
to the
time.
voice chat. My phone just smoke starts coming out of it. Like, what are you guys doing in there?
And then your phone just explodes because it's an iPhone and it sucks.
Hey. There's no need for that.
I gotta start that war again in the Discord. But yeah, it was a fun time. Probably play a little bit tonight before the christening of Overwatch 2 happens in the morning. But it'll be fun.
True.
Yeah.
True shit. Dope shit. I'm glad you guys had a good time. It sounded like a good time.
It was a very good time. I will not argue at all. And then today I've been playing pretty much. Well, yesterday I played majority of the day, and then today when I woke up I immediately started playing some Cyberpunk 2077. It's so good. It's so much fun.
Back with a vengeance.
I was doing like random side missions, like they'll just have like the little yellow exclamation point around the map and whatnot, and one of them I think I sent you the Snapchat as well, but it was I went to like a trash can, and inside of it was like a little chip of a brain dance, which is, like the thing that's like pretty much porn in 2077 or some other sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I plugged it into my headset, and it played the first episode of Cyberpunk Edgerunners in my head.
See, that's dope.
Yeah.
The cross marketing right there.
It was
really
fucking
good.
Great. And then I get a phone call, and I'm like trying to ask around about like what the fuck was this? Like what's going on here? And like it had like this message at the end about the main character of the show's name. and fucking like I text the person like, hey, what do you know about this Jackie kid, blah blah blah. And they're like, we know this person, the gang that they used to run with, blah blah blah, you should talk to them. And I'm like doing like these side missions and shit, and then I ended up going to one of the fixers that gives you like side jobs and whatnot, and he had a gift from the old gang of the people from the Cyberpunk show, which apparently was a prequel-ish type thing to the game, even though it's not like connected. And I got the jacket that the main character wears in the show on me now.
They're leading people from the game to the anime, and from the anime back to the game. That's great.
And it's fucking sweet. And I was very fun. I still am wearing the jacket, even though like I definitely have better armor class items, just because it looks better and I like it. I also got the string thing that was in the show. And you pull like this like wire out, and it becomes like a hot wire whip almost. And it's phenomenal. I literally cut a dude's head off with it.
That's what you do.
I did like a charge attack, and it just like swung sideways for a second, and it went like right through the guy's neck. Head's gone. And I was like, fuck yeah. And then I had to switch today to do there's like this fight quest called Beat on the Brat, where you talk to some guy in your apartment complex, and he wants you to go do like some boxing matches with like a bunch of people around the city. I did every fight except for the last one by myself, like no enhancements. And then I got to this chick who's just yoked, like
ready to whoop that ass.
And I think she was also natural too, so she didn't have any like cyberware in her. So like that was like her thing. Like, I don't do that shit. Like I'm like all natural.
I'm naturally gonna
like,
beat
speaking
your
like
ass
from her Adam's apple.
Right,
and I'm like,
of course.
Jesus Christ. And I kept losing. And I went to this Ripper Doc, and I got the gorilla arms, which are pretty much you punch harder. And I didn't realize, but I spent a big chunk of change on them. It was like, I think 60,000 eddies. And I fucking went back to the fight, and I'm like, let's go again. 2 punches killed her. And I was like, okay. I mean, I was a little sad that I had to get rid of the wire, but like...
But that's going to do some damage.
These gorilla arms are fucking dope.
You fucking kill anyone with those things.
Oh, yeah. And then I went to the final fight, which is like a professional boxer, and he's like a dickhead, like straight up, like he's almost killed people in his matches. That's how it's set up. There's like this little girl there. She's like, "Are you gonna fight him?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why? What do you want, you fucking little shit?"
He says that?
Like, no, I'm just like tough guy V.
That just sounds like something that would be in the dialogue of Cyberpunk 2077.
But I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" And she's like, "Well, he fought my daddy, and then after he won, he just kept pummeling him for 3 minutes straight."
That's because your daddy a bitch.
Pretty much. And she's like, "Can you just like teach him a lesson? Because my life's different now, and it'll never be the same." And I'm like, "Yeah, I got you, little girl." Hop in the ring with this guy, killed me in one hit. And I'm like,
oh my God.
I'm there.
I did not see that coming.
I thought I was gonna at least like, make it a little bit. And my trainer guy was like, "Hey, listen, just lose, and you're gonna get more money because like." They want him to look good for like PR and whatnot because he's an actual professional. And I'm like, nah, fuck that shit. Hop in the ring, dead. So like I got the extra money, which is fine, but like I definitely got like a little bit lower self-esteem from that. So that kind of sucked.
He's in that ring for a reason.
Yeah. He fucked me up. And then I walked back in the ring, and he like started chattering and just like started talking shit at me. He's like, "Yeah, man, you better fuck the fuck off. Like, you better be glad your jaw's not ripped off right now." And I just pulled out my shotgun. And since he's like one of those AIs you can't kill, like when you aim at them, you can't shoot.
Yeah.
I just like hit the shoot button, and it opens my double barrel shotgun. You see the shotgun shells in it. I'm like, in my imagination, this is cool. Like, I'm like threatening him. Like, I could shoot you right now, but I'm going to walk away.
Yeah, but I'm not.
But in game,
I'm going to let you off easy.
In game, I'm a bitch. So I got my ass handed to me.
Like that girl's dad.
Yeah. So that was the thing that happened. It was fine, but I'm pretty much just cruising along now. Finished my romance storyline with Pan Am. I got them on my side. All of the people out in the Nomad land, and just cruising. There is a mission though that I did the first playthrough when I played back when it first came out, and I did it again here, and it still is weird to me. Pretty much, there's this like criminal that you like run into, and he's being escorted around by like some producer chick and a cop, and he's murdered like 27 people, including his mom and his sister and like a bunch of other stuff. And he apparently found God, and he becomes like this like religious martyr. And the like movie studio for the brain dances come to him, and they're pretty much going to have him like redo or like reenact the, you know, getting nailed to the cross thing, but like actually
doing it.
Yeah. And I'm like doing the story, and the first time I did, I was like, this is weird, and I don't know how I feel about it. But then like they make you kind of care about the guy somehow.
They pull at your heartstrings about this dude.
Little bit. Like it's you get like slightly empathetic about him. And like there's multiple times where you can just be like, nah, fuck this, I'm out. Like, and then just cancel the mission and never have to see it. But like I just see it through because like fuck it, I'll get paid and whatnot. And the dude like asks you to literally nail him to the cross and kill him. And like while you're doing it, like you're reciting fucking like scripture and shit, and like he's saying some shit, and then I'm like, you just have to walk away, and then you get paid the next day by the producer. Like, it's making so much money, people are loving the brain dance, and I'm like,
that's a deep ass mission.
Yeah, it's really weird, and I don't know how I feel about it still. It's also funny because it's the only part in the game where you cannot use photo mode. Because he's
I can see
crucified on his cross.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what? I've seen like so much shit in this game that's happened that is so fucked up, and this is the one thing that I can't take a photo of. Meanwhile, I have PlayStation, so I could just like, you know.
I'm about to say, that's when you just put the control down and be like, photo mode.
Yeah.
Just take a picture.
It was it's a bit much. That's the one mission where I'm like, this feels weird doing. And yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
No, I get it.
But it's a fun game. I love it. I love it so much. I love coming back to it. Love the Edge Runner stuff that they tossed in there, the little teases to what it and whatnot. But yeah, just making my way around Night City.
Circling back around.
Yeah. I'm glad to see it too. I wonder if they'll ever bring back multiplayer. Like that idea of that. Because they definitely said
there was supposed to be, yeah,
that there was going to be multiplayer in the city. Obviously, it's still not a thing yet. I'm curious if they try to, like, since everyone's coming back to it now, and it's still a little bit buggy, I will say. I've sent you a couple videos of some of the bugs that are happening and whatnot. But, like, I'm curious if they try to do that.
It really does make me question, like, do you think they even still do it?
Oh, no. I mean, if I was a betting man, which I'm not because I lose my money too fast at casinos, Brett and Josh know, I would say probably not. But if they did, it'd be very interesting to see what happens, especially with the player base rising as it is right now with both the show and how good it is now. Whoa! Thank you for subscribing, Josh.
Thanks, Josh.
Appreciate you.
Look at that.
Also, thank you to Yuki for gifting a sub, which we didn't get that alert for some reason. But thank you.
Shout out to the Yukester.
Take my Prime. We'll appreciate you.
We appreciate
Prime's
you, man.
In the chat. Now you have emotes.
Thank you.
You can use the jeans emote.
Jeans.
But yeah, it's a phenomenal game. I liked it back when it first came out, even with all the bugs and shit, and I'm glad that I can get back into it now, and it's a little less buggy, but it feels better. You know?
Good. I'm glad. This has been getting nothing but praise online now.
It feels good now. It's one of those things where it's like, I wonder what would have happened if they waited till around now to release the game. I wonder if it would be as good as it feels now, you know?
I don't know. I feel like it would get better reviews, but I think that people would still be like, oh, these bugs.
Yeah.
It would be better, but it depends, because if they launched it now as exclusively a next-gen title,
yeah, alongside with the Edge Runners show,
I think it would get amazing reviews. Yeah. I think if they still tried to release a PS4 and Xbox One version of it, I don't think it would get amazing reviews.
I'm curious how it plays on them still too, because I don't know. Like, I haven't turned my PlayStation 4 on in so long. It's practically a paperweight as of this point. But I'm curious if it works on the PS4 now, even with all the stuff. But yeah, it's a fun game. If you haven't played it, go play Cyberpunk. You will love it. I will vouch for it till the day I die, because it's fucking phenomenal. I'm literally, after we're done here, probably going to go home and play it more.
Play more of it.
You decide if you will play Overwatch. So,
listen, man, we shall see. But I need to get back into it.
Oh yeah, I mean with the Steam Deck thing, you could definitely just play it upstairs.
I got to set up because I have it on Xbox, so I have to set up my X Cloud on my Steam Deck,
which should be easy enough.
Yeah, it's
can do on that.
Definitely something you can do. Yeah. I just haven't done that.
Hell yeah. But yeah, that's all I've been playing in these past couple days personally. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's about all we've got.
The Ukester is my street name. You know what, Yuki? If I hear someone calling you Ukester, I know you're in street mode, and I'm going to be like, whoa, you might want to watch out for her. When I meet
people, they get uked.
Define uked, please. I'd like to know what uked.
But uked.
Oh, okay. So it's just...
She's a personal trainer.
Yuki's just in the... No, she's yoking people up. She's in the street just grabbing them by their fucking collar.
Gotcha.
You know I'm the motherfucking Ukester.
Hell yeah. But, fucking awesome. There's a couple people in the chat talking about what they're playing. Currently, Uniguff is mainlining Horizon Forbidden West.
One day I'll get back to that, too.
Yeah. I beat the game. I did not do pretty much any of the side shit because I was just like, I don't care. Mm-hmm. Not that I should or shouldn't. It was just like, I'm good. I've gotten what I need out of this. Not to spoil anything, but, the way that the game ends, I'm like, okay. I'll wait to come back to this for another time until the third one gets announced or whatever. Because obviously there's going to be a third one, no matter what.
Plus what we just read.
Yeah. Yeah, that too. Which we'll get into Digital Boy style probably. But and then Frankie is still playing Tiny Tina's, which I beat a while ago with one character and I have not got back into it. So, yeah. And then Yuki is playing Blanket and Pillows.
That sounds like an amazing time.
Yeah. And then Josh is saying, I did all the side shit in Horizon minus one quest line I need for the platinum that Elden Ring distracted me from, which is very acceptable. I feel like Elden Ring is definitely one of those games where you get pulled away from everything. Even with the little that I have played, I very much am like, yeah, this could ruin my gaming.
I've never touched Elden Ring, and people have been trying to talk me into it. On top of the people I see playing it, I'm terrified because if I play that, I'm not going to play anything else.
Yeah, but you'll be playing something.
True.
That's
always
what
a plus.
It is at the end of the day.
I kind of want to run through God of War again before Ragnarok comes out.
Oh, I do not want to do that. I that is too much for me. I can't. I can't do it again. I just need to go straight into the second one after watching like a 10-minute recap video. That's where I'm at. I can't fight the Valkyries anymore. I can't do it.
See, I went through it, and I remember it and everything, but I feel like I want to be like, I guess I could just watch a YouTube video, but I want to be like refreshed. Plus, I know I can play it on my Steam Deck now.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So I can just kill mad time just playing it there.
Yeah, I mean, if you mainline story and you don't do like anything off to the side, I'd be like, maybe I'd do that, but like, I'm like, I'll just play two.
No, I hear you. Don't be me.
That's just me. I still talk about fighting the Valkyries in therapy. I feel you. Yeah, so sad story for Josh. From moment of silence in the chat for Josh and his lack of a Steam Deck anymore.
What happened?
I told you already. They went to California. I'm not going to say it because they have a video coming soon regarding it. I don't know if it's fully out, if your video is out yet, guys. If it is, then we'll push people to go watch the
vlog. Wait, yeah, you did tell me. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay.
I told you. It's out. It's out. Okay. Go watch after we're done streaming. Go watch Haptic Intel's vlog from California, and you'll know why we need to have a moment of silence for them.
Damn, man. Prayers
needless
up.
to say, fuck California. But
we interrupt this program for an important news announcement.
All right. How do we bring this in?
We just be like, boom, and the news. We don't got to do any kind of formal
it's true.
Anything.
What if it's just that?
There
and we just go from here and we keep the awkwardness.
All right, I'm with that.
Just fuck it.
That's us.
Welcome to the Save Before Quitting podcast, Digital Boys.
Welcome to the news boys, the newsroom.
Welcome to the newsroom. It's a time to be had.
So much news has dropped between the time that we recorded and now that we could probably do a whole podcast out of just the news.
Yeah, which is crazy because this has got to fit into an almost 2-hour podcast that already exists. from the live podcast.
Yep.
So
that's what it do, what it does.
I guess that we should, get to it then. What is the first story that we got to talk about?
I'm gonna start it's the Overwatch 2. Honestly, I just want you to give a complete and full breakdown of everything Overwatch 2, because we put up so many things in here about just Overwatch 2 that you might as well just go from beginning to end where we are with Overwatch 2 and just do it as one big segment.
Well, the crazy part about it is that there is no end still, and it's still
up to current.
Yeah, it's a time. So Overwatch 2 on October 4th technically came out.
Mm-hmm.
On October 2nd is when they shut down the servers for Overwatch 1 completely. So they had a couple days buffer in between. In that time, I would also like to preface as a little bit of information. If you played regular Overwatch for the past month or two, they have been constantly telling you to merge your accounts if you have multiple like PlayStation and PC or Xbox and stuff. Mm-hmm. So they've been telling you to merge your accounts, set up the SMS thing, also set up the phone number thing, because you need to have a phone number to play, which we'll get to. For 2 months now, at least. They've been telling us this. So I did it immediately. I've been good to go, ready to go. So did a couple of my friends and a couple other people too, but that's where it started. Then okay. October 4th came around. And no one could play the game.
No, people were getting a whole lot of this shit. Yeah.
Yeah. The main people that were getting in were people on the Asian servers on PC, and then also streamers, just straight up popular streamers that are doing sponsored co-streams of Overwatch 2, like people like Tim the Tap Man and a couple others and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But then it got to the point in the day where even they got kicked out of the game because of how bad the servers were. Pretty much we got maybe 1 or 2 statements on Twitter from Overwatch letting us know that there's issues happening, and then there was a whole entire list of like bugs and stuff that was going on.
Didn't they get like a DDoS attack?
Well, yeah, that they didn't actually say until about 6 to 7 hours after their second comment of knowing that there's shit going wrong.
Right.
On the official Overwatch page, it literally was just like, hey, here's the known issues. And ironically, one of them was if you merged your account preemptively, like they were telling you to do for multiple months, that your account was pretty much fucked. Mm-hmm. And you might lose items, shit like that. And you might not be able to even play the game at all. You will get an error code every single time you try to load into the queue.
Okay.
So that was a thing on the first day. It was really frustrating, to say the least. I spent most of this week frustrated, to say the least.
Yes.
Which led to frustrations of other things and whatnot, but it was pretty much all stemming from Overwatch and just how it should have been. None of this should have happened.
No.
And that's before even hearing about the DDoS attack, which is a claim. I'm not saying that they're lying about it. I'm just saying that it came out very, very late in the game.
Just convenient.
It's way... I don't want to speculate and say like it's not a thing, because like if it's a thing, it's a thing, whatever. But that came out pretty late that they were getting DDoSed, and their servers were getting overloaded at the same time because there's so many new players trying to play the game. But hardly anybody could get in.
Right.
Currently, today, they have some scheduled downtime that they're doing. I think it's actually literally right now, and then about an hour and a half from now too as well. But they're like still working on it. It's still not consistently able to be played. That being said, I did get a chance to play it, and I'll talk about like more about the actual gameplay experience probably on the next podcast.
Right.
But the main issue is that the first time I loaded in, all of my heroes were locked, as if I didn't play Overwatch 1.
Right.
Because that's the way. If you're a new player to Overwatch at all, there will be heroes that are locked for you to play. You cannot play them unless you spend real world money or do challenges in game. That's it. That's how my account was set up.
Right.
And I was freaking out. Like, I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, this is not good. It's not registering my stuff. I don't have any of my skins. And I was panicking a little bit because, I played this game for over 700 plus hours, both on PC and PS5 combined, if not more. And then it crashed again after I was in like a game for maybe 30 seconds. And then when I got in the next time, I was actually able to see all my stuff. All my heroes were unlocked. So at least that was fine. The other thing is that the Watch Point pack, which is pretty much the day one battle pass and a bunch of other shit that you get for being like a day one person. You could buy it on the day. I know at least of one person in our Discord, Tuscan Sun, bought it when they got in on PC, and then right after buying it, it crashed the game and would not let them back in immediately.
The fuck?
Yeah. Personally, I bought that 4 months ago on PlayStation. Nobody has the Watch Point pack right now. Nobody.
So it's just not popping for anybody?
Nope. Even if you've purchased it preemptively or you purchase it on the day, not existing. So that's a thing.
How much is the Watch Point pack?
Like $40, I think. And here's the thing: it's a known issue that's one of the things that's going on, but it's still going on, and you still don't have your battle pass. You still don't have well, I mean, you can play the new character, but like under special circumstances, you can't play her in comp and whatnot. But yeah, so it's bad right now. It's not a good time. They are pointing towards the DDoS, and then also just in general not like being prepared, which I think is flat out bullshit that they would not be prepared for this. Like, you know how much of a big deal that this is going to be.
Yeah.
You saw your player base rise in Overwatch 1 once this was getting closer to coming out. And then on top of that, it's free.
Right.
You're stupid if you think that your servers for Overwatch 1 were anywhere close to being possible to host the same amount of people, if that's even a thing. I don't know, man. As far as how I feel about it, I'm very annoyed because, and I've had this argument a couple times throughout the week, this isn't a new game by any means. It's a glorified update with some sprinkles on top, and there's no reason, DDoS aside. If that's a thing that happened, fine. That's a third party thing you can't control, but whatever. This should not have been a thing that happened, especially after you take Overwatch 1 completely off the market as a game that even exists. It doesn't exist anymore. And you do that 2 days early. So you have prep time even more. Not only that, you push the Overwatch 2 back, and then you pushed it forward knowing you were ready when you clearly weren't.
You should have kept the original date at that point.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, the timeline of Overwatch 2 as a game is annoying to me. Like, it started off announcing the game, everyone's excited, and they immediately say, just so you guys know, we're keeping Overwatch 1 running. It's going to be, a service that keeps going.
Yeah.
And it's not. And then the whole entire thing with Overwatch 2 is that it was supposed to be PvE, not PvP. That was going to be secondary to it, and that's why they were going to keep Overwatch 1 up. And all this game is PvP, just with one less person in your team. They're bringing the PvE stuff eventually, obviously, but it was built upon a lie of this is going to be a PvE game with a little bit of PvP on the side that's remastered a little bit. And it's a completely different thing now where it's literally just an update for Overwatch with worse features. You took away a player, so now not only the pro teams are fucked, like, we just started playing with friends with a full 6 stack of people. That's gone now. These people that all just got into the game can't exist in the same game anymore because only 5. So I don't know.
And you mentioned the PvE. That was the one, not the one thing, but I was the most excited for that. Like, if I get into this, I'm definitely interested in the PvE portion of this.
Well, it's not in the game right now, so not much to get into, sadly. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a fucking mess. The main irritating thing for me was that they didn't just shut it the fuck down the first day, and now they're doing downtime now. Like, you lost. You lost the battle. You tried to release it on this day. Shut the fucking servers off. Every single one of them. Nobody's playing. Don't make streamers play. Don't let anyone play. Shut the fuck down. Fix it. Put it back up when it's ready.
Right.
You weren't ready. It's as simple as that. I don't need to be seeing people actually playing the game on like Twitch randomly, like just random people will get in and like wanting to play this game, and I'm unable to physically, digitally, mentally, or emotionally. It's a joke.
Spent money.
And I spent money on it. Yeah. It's a free game that I spent money on. And the thing is, even when I do get to play, and here's the thing, and I'll talk about it more on next week's podcast, I like it a lot. I don't have any of the stuff that I paid for, which is bullshit. So
I don't they're gonna have to do some kind of make right. I don't know what that would be at a free game. They got to give everybody some fucking
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Needless to say, it's a mess.
I'm sure they're working overnight to try to do something about this.
They did that the first night. There was one tweet from one of the people that work there, and he was saying they were working overnight to try and fix it. And a lot of people in the comments were like, "Don't work overnight. Like, we want the game, but it's not worth your thing. Like, don't crunch if you don't need to." And I'm like, I get it, but this isn't crunch. Yeah. The game's out.
Yeah.
Crunch is what you do before the game. You drop the game, and it's fucked.
Yeah, at this point, you're just making up for what's not there.
Yeah. Not that I'm like, forget your families and shit, like, get this game working. My main thing was just shut it down. Like, I don't want to see this game existing until it works. So, take it all off, drop all the servers, take everybody off the fucking game, no matter where they are in the world, fix your shit, come back in a day or two, and then everything should be good. In theory, but no.
I bet do that. Since Microsoft has acquired Blizzard, I bet they're in the background somewhere too, like, yo, y'all better get this shit working.
Oh, yeah.
Get this shit off the ground.
And the funny part about the whole entire thing is, too, like, it's really shitty timing on their part, too, because in theory, people, if they didn't want to play Overwatch 2 now because they can't, they could go play that Gundam game that just came out, because it's literally Overwatch but Gundam.
True. And that's the thing about this space, man. It's so overcrowded right now that there's alternatives out the ass.
Oh yeah, and it's free as well. Mm-hmm. And I saw like one TikTok about it today, and it like really hit home for me, because it was like, "Hey, did you really like Overwatch 1 and the play style of that? Well, there's a new game, Gundam Evolution, and in this game, there's all these characters that have similar fighting styles to that, and like you might say, oh, they're copying Overwatch, but Overwatch copied TF2, and I'm like, you're making good points here." And then they're like, oh yeah, you remember when Overwatch made all those animated shorts that were going to go to something and be like a plot? And I'm like, yeah, I do remember that. I loved those. And he's like, well, you remember how they never did anything with it? Yeah, I do remember that. He's like, well, guess what? With this Gundam game, there's over 40 years of content that you can go back to.
True. And they did come in with an already solidified thing.
I'm just like, wow, I should be playing that instead, because I'd probably have a fun time playing a game. But we'll talk about Overwatch 2 hopefully next week in better fashion. But Overwatch is a mess right now, to say the least. Which, I mean, that was a 10-minute rant, pretty much right there. But yeah, I'm frustrated.
Understood. Like, you know, justifiably so.
Yeah.
Man. Damn, Overwatch. Come on, Activision Blizzard.
Had such a chance to make a comeback and then just fucking ruined it. There's
So
no
much
excuse. Even with the DDoS, there's no excuse, in my opinion.
That's crazy. How many times were you able to get in and play?
I only was able to get in one night, and that was last night. Mm-hmm. And I played for about 3 hours, but that was because there was a workaround for people in the Americas that if you switch to the Asian servers, you could just immediately get in and not wait in a queue. So we literally launched the game. I launched it on my PC instead of my PlayStation, because you can't choose your server on PlayStation. Mm-hmm. Just plugged in an Xbox controller, fucking hopped in like milliseconds. I was just at the main menu ready to play. And
you had to be wowed at the difference.
I was like, I was so shocked, because like I hopped in a call with the Haptic guys, and I was like, hey guys, like what's going on? They're like, switch your fucking servers to Asia right now and get in here quickly. And I'm like, okay, I don't know, this isn't gonna work, guys. And then it just fucking works. I'm like, oh, and we're playing together? Holy shit.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I mean, there's not too much good to talk about besides just the game feeling good to play when you can actually play it. So that's about all I got.
Well, the saga continues on the Overwatch front.
Tune in next week, maybe.
Same bat time.
Same bat channel.
All right, Pokemon. There is a new Pokemon announced.
I think we talked about this, didn't we?
We did on here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We said he looks like Hum.
All right. And then we also talked about the next one. I think the
first
one
all right.
was
We're past all
10-2.
10-2. Okay. All right. There was a rumor, which is pretty much all but confirmed at this point, that there's a Horizon Zero Dawn remaster / remake and multiplayer game in development. It is said to feature improved lighting, textures, animations, models, and accessibility options. And the multiplayer game may feature a form of co-op. VGC,
just like Halo.
Huh?
Just like Halo did.
Just like Halo did. VGC is also corroborating the story. And by the time we're taking this on here, multiple sources have corroborated this story. Initially, when I saw this, I was like, why?
I saw it and I was like, of course. That was my first thought.
But then I thought about it. Yeah, but then I was like, well, what Last of Us at least was a PS3 game initially, even though they brought it. I know they redid it on PS4, but it was still started 2 generations ago. True. I feel like this just came out, but I also thought like, that Horizon show is coming out.
I was about to say that's the reason.
So they're just
the reason why Last of Us did it. Last of Us show. This game drops at the same time, or close to it. This one is probably going to drop 2-3 months before the show.
Yeah.
Whenever that gets fully trailered or whatever.
Yeah. Once I thought of the show, I was like, never mind. I see what they're doing.
Yeah.
It lets me know that they're probably going to do the same thing with the original God of War too at some point.
Probably.
Because that's coming.
Yeah, they kind of have to. I wouldn't be. I mean, wait, no, didn't they already remaster it on PS5? Or they gave like a next gen.
They did the same thing with Horizon, and they're about to remake this again.
Well, they didn't do Horizon 1 from PS4 to PS5. They did it from PS3 to PS4. It's that one.
Horizon 1 wasn't on PS3 though.
You just said it was on PS3.
I said Last of Us started on PS3.
That's what I meant. That's what I was. It didn't go from
Yeah.
There's not a PS5 version of Last of Us 1 until now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Bad. I'm a little zooted.
It's all good. The zoot helps the
frustration
of the
and
show.
Mental drainage of life.
Understood. You can say a little more.
But next up, after that, Fortnite had a little bit of downtime with a major update to the season. Pretty much, it was just adding some more stuff to the battle pass for the bonus rewards page. We got to look at some of the extra skins that we're getting past the unmasked Gwen. Normally, it's pretty much just like color variants of the main skin. I will admit, though, for the Gwen one, it actually looks a lot cooler than it did for Doctor Strange, which it was fucking terrible with. It seemed like they didn't give a shit about those skins. And then Darth Vader for last season didn't even have one. So it was just, you get Darth at 100, no bonus skins for Darth at all, get fucked. Which is stupid because you could have done an unmasked, like cracked helmet because Obi-Wan came out and that was the thing in the show. You could have done fucking a fully white version from the comics. Like, there's so many options and they just chose not to, probably a licensing thing and not just them themselves, but I digress.
I'm sure. Something like that.
Yeah, pretty cool. Fortnite's been fun as of late. They did vault one of my favorite guns, the DMR, but they brought in a new DMR called the Combat DMR, and instead of having 10 shots like the original one, it has 20, and you can fire it very fast, like if you have a fast trigger finger. The only difference is the scope is a little bit shorter. Like you can't really see as far where your shot's going, but it feels good. Feels really fucking good to use. So that's been fun to play so far. I haven't played it in a couple days, but yeah, been good. Fortnite this season is fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
We talked about Overwatch. The Mario movie trailer debuted today. a couple hours before we recorded this.
You streamed it.
Yes,
I didn't know you were doing that at all.
I didn't know I was doing that until an hour before. I was like, I'm home. I can just do this. True. Content is everything until I ruined it by playing some copyrighted shit.
It's on Twitch still.
Oh, okay. Good. Because I was like, well, ruin that.
Yeah, YouTube just emailed me and was like, yo, fuck your stream. And I was like, okay.
I didn't even think. But
no, that's fine.
Trenton joined me as we watched the debut of the Mario trailer. I am anticipating this movie. Just I'll say that. I think it looks great. I think it has potential to be great.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to talk about voices, we heard the fabled Chris Pratt Mario voice, which
he just sounds like he's from the Bronx.
It's just Chris Pratt from New York.
Yeah.
Which is funny because remember his original quote was something like you've never heard in the Mushroom Kingdom, which I guess is technically true. We've never heard Chris Pratt in the Mushroom Kingdom. So, but thoughts?
I have a couple. One, Jack Black killed it.
Amazing. He was the highlight of the trailer.
He was, and then Keegan-Michael Key also killed it as Toad.
Mm-hmm.
I think both of those two people should be commended for the fact that they actually came in and voice acted as opposed to just acting with their voice.
Mm-hmm.
I'll even say the same thing for Charlie Day as Luigi, because we got a little bit of him, even though it was just like him screaming and running.
Yeah.
It's just Charlie Day. Charlie
Day
didn't do anything to change up. So obviously there's a lot of talk about Chris Pratt as Mario, but like also Charlie Day didn't do anything different either. So there's not really much room for him to talk. No pun intended. But Chris Pratt's voice it's whatever. I feel like Chris Pratt as a person is more my issue now. You know, like him as an actual human being that lives on this planet. I'm just like, I don't want anything to do with you anymore. So then like that already puts the sour taste in my mouth. And then I hear the voice and I'm like, this is so fucking lazy. Like it doesn't even sound like he went to like a dialect coach to like do a New York accent justice. It just sounds like he was like, hey, yeah, I'm from New York. I'm Mario now. I'm a plumber. You do not know what you are fucking dealing with right now. But I like the idea of the
Kingdom.
Plot.
Here we come.
Yeah. The plot does seem interesting though, because the pipe that he takes in and then he's in the Mushroom Kingdom very much makes me feel like there's going to be a real world that he comes from and gets sucked into the Mushroom Kingdom.
Here we go with the real world shit.
Not like I don't think it's going to be the real world like a human.
Oh, okay.
I think it's going to be animated Mario, but like almost like in the city from Mario Odyssey.
Okay, all right.
Like the real world.
Gotcha.
In that,
gotcha.
And then like him and his brother are actually plumbers. Are going to plumb someone's house. Maybe it's even the fucking jazz singer chick, if they want to throw that cameo in there. And then shit ensues to cause the pipe to suck them both into Mushroom Kingdom.
So
they get separated. Yeah. Yeah, that's all it is, I feel.
It does seem that way. It was funny to me, like, again, the Bowser scene.
So good.
So good. Like, it was smart to start with that in the trailer.
Yeah.
That was great. I'm looking for, I want to see the next trailer now. I want to see it more a little fleshed out. I want to see these characters hold a conversation just to see the full breadth of how these characters were delivered in this movie. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot. I wasn't disappointed. So I'm looking forward to seeing more.
I wouldn't say I was disappointed. I would just say that I was underwhelmed after the Bowser part. Like everything after the Bowser part, I was like, come on, dude.
I think like visually, I think it looks great.
Yeah, I mean, it's Illumination, so like they do phenomenal shit. Like I'm not one to admit that the Minions movie looks phenomenal. Like Despicable Me and all that shit. They look great. Comedy is not for me. It's like Rabbids, but bad. But they know what they're doing. They know how to fucking make a movie look fucking beautiful, and they did. I will say I'm not a huge fan of the way Mario looks. He looks a little Pixar-ified, but not in a good way. Like just a little bit farther than they should have pushed. Like it's really the eyes that are throwing me off more than anything else, because they're just circles instead of ovals, which is weird. It's like the Sonic eyeball thing, like when he was like human eyes, and then they changed it to cartoon video game accurate eyes. I was like, oh, that's Sonic. Yeah. As opposed to this, where it's like it almost looks like human eyes that are animated.
I get what
that makes sense.
Yeah,
like I don't know, but it doesn't feel like it has the same je ne sais quoi.
I'll give you that, but I also don't think it's so far off that we need to be like, change it back, change the design, go back and delay the movie.
That's fine. I don't mind where it's at. Like it's just it doesn't look right to me. But so did Buzz Lightyear in the new Buzz Lightyear movie. It didn't look right, but then like I watched it, I'm like, okay, this is great.
Yeah, it was a great movie. I did like that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. April 7th. That's when it drops.
Birth month, baby.
Yeah, man. Got a lot to look forward to in that month.
Hell yeah.
We then I showed Trenton the old school 90s Mario movie.
Yes, you did.
To which he looked on in horror and said it should be canceled.
He did say that.
Was that 30 years ago? So it should be canceled 29 years after it was made.
Yeah. He had some good points. And
he did.
That was the thing that I was also like paying attention to. Like, there's a part of me that's like, yes, this is made for kids, but also like, no, it's not. You know? Like, let's be honest here.
You know the OGs are going to go see that because we grew up with it.
And that's the thing with all of any sort of movie like this, like even Despicable Me or the Minions. Like, the reason that they're made is because they're nostalgic for some of them, you know?
Right.
And you got to get the parents' asses in seats too, not just the kids. So it's the Toy Story effect, you know?
I do. And I thought about that. That's why I kept deferring to him, because I was like, I want to know your thoughts. Yeah. Don't listen to your people in the chat. Like, what do you feel? He's all in 100%, which I can't blame him for. Of course he is. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's only known what Mario is. He's 6. So for him, it's just like, oh, this is Mario.
Yeah.
I'm kind of actually jealous because when I was 6, 7, and that original Mario came out, I was like, all right. I mean, this is all I got.
So I gotta right there.
I gotta watch it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it though. Illumination makes good shit. I mean, whether or not Mario sounds like Mario is whatever, but I still don't understand why they didn't just get the main voice actor to do it. Like,
I don't know. Did you see that link I put in the Discord with the French version?
I didn't watch it yet, but anything's better than Chris Pratt.
Yo, it's almost like whoever this is should have done
in English too.
The English one.
Damn.
It's really well done. It sounds like Mario, but also enough. It's toned down just enough to where it sounds like, okay, I can deal with that voice for an entire movie, having a conversation and stuff.
Damn.
But get a chance to look at that because that's pretty good.
Will do. Also, Mario doesn't have an ass.
Oh yeah, that was a big thing online.
Yeah, because the dude is an Italian plumber. The thing about plumbers is they got fat asses.
You can always see the
hang
crack
out their pants. That's why he's got the overalls. But here's the thing about overalls. They make you look like you got an even bigger dumpy. So it's just a fucking crime.
Fix it, Illumination. Delay the movie, add an ass.
Don't fix the eyes, fix the ass. Like, just fucking bulk up the ass of Mario, for fuck's sake. Hate that. Anyway, but next up, CD Projekt Red came out with a long-term product outlook, which is very interesting for their future. A Cyberpunk 2077 sequel has been announced under the code name of Project Orion. There's also a new standalone IP, Hadar, and then a new Witcher trilogy coming on the way as well. They also made a point to mention that multiplayer is something that they want to be introducing in their future games. So I don't know if that's going to be necessarily for Cyberpunk specifically. I could see Witcher a lot more than Cyberpunk at the moment. Just because I feel like Night City is a little bit too big to have like a GTA RP type situation going on.
You think so?
I don't, with the amount of shit that you can do in that game, like it would be all hell let loose. And I don't know if, unless they change it to like a third person game. Because if they change it to third person in the sequel, they could maybe like dial back some shit, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's pretty exciting. Personally, I've been playing Cyberpunk 2077 as of late, pretty much exclusively. And I played it way too late last night till like 1 a.m. And I'm just doing like side jobs and gigs that are like helping me, you know, get my street cred up. And I think I maxed out my street cred last night. So like I can't even go any higher. So it's kind of pointless that I'm doing all this shit
in these streets.
I'm just fucking doing anything and everything. And I have like over 300,000 eddies now. And I was like, I'm like, bro, like I'm not even halfway through the story. I don't think if I had to like put a time on it, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's just so fucking fun right now. I did say it in the Discord that with the story of this game and now the gameplay being where it needs to be, this might be getting into my top 5, top 10 video games of all time list. Probably 10 right now. Like I could name
list.
Yeah, I could name my top 5. We've done it before. We'll probably do it at some point in the future as well too, to update it and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it'll break 5 yet, but it's definitely in 10 because of how much this game is like. It's probably the best thing in the actual cyberpunk genre too, that makes you feel like you're actually in it, like you're in Blade Runner 2049 and you're living that life, which is it's a cool feeling. I like it a lot. It's a nice break from reality.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dope. Next up, new Need for Speed. Yeah, Need for Speed.
Need for Skeet, dude. Ant's got a Need for Skeet. That's the podcast title.
Can't be the title.
Need for Skeet.
Need for Skeet. A new Need for Speed game is titled Need for Speed Unbound. It originally leaked from EA's own website, but since then it's been officially announced by EA themselves. The details are: it runs at 4K 60, use the Frostbite engine, brand new high frame rate physics system, offline single player racing with a campaign, multiplayer with cross-play support, and free post-launch content updates. It has like a 3D but cell shaded art style. Like it looks really cool. I couldn't tell you the last Need for Speed game I played, but this one looks dope. Like I would at least try it. Like I'm hoping it's like a Game Pass game.
That'd be slick.
Looks dope. They put out some video of it. It looks cool. So I'm gonna keep my eye on that one.
Hell yeah. I'm not much of a racing guy myself when it comes to like sim racers. I don't know why.
But this isn't sim though. That's why I'm into it.
So it's kind of is.
No, sim is like Gran Turismo.
Yeah, but I feel like Need for Speed, and like when it's a realistic car, that's when it becomes like, you know.
Yeah, but the racing isn't sim. When's the last one you played?
Need for Speed Hot Pursuit.
Isn't that like
PS2?
The PS2.
Yeah.
Nah, Need for Speed, they're trying to hit that Forza Horizon like.
It's a sim game, is it not? It's a racing sim.
But it's not like Forza Motorsport, which is super serious Gran Turismo-esque Forza. Horizon is the looser one. You race,
yeah, but like they're still
plane.
Racing simulators. They're just more or less serious between them.
Yeah, right? Are we saying sim like it's
simulated driving?
Well, isn't every car game simulated driving?
No, because there's kart games. And those are like party racing games. As opposed
when I played Burnout, was that simulated driving?
Is that the one where you just crash the car?
You knock people off the road and shit?
Yeah, that's not a. I wouldn't call that a sim game. That's like a destruction game. I don't know. I feel like there's like a. We need more descriptive terms.
Yeah. I feel
Maybe
like
I'm just jaded.
I like arcade racers, which they're racing games, but they're not like button down Gran Turismo super serious sim racing games.
Something that you would play on like an arcade cab if there was one.
Yeah, and I think that's what Need for Speed kind of tries to
You double click the foot pedal and then you do a flip.
Yes. The fuck, what was that? Yeah. Those cruising games?
Yeah.
And then they turned them into
shit out of them.
They've turned them all into Fast and Furious games.
Yeah. Mario Kart's a thing now too, and that's cool.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah.
But
sorry.
This looks pretty cool. I'm interested. I've been fiending for a new Burnout. I wanted to bring that back, but this looks like it's kind of up that alley.
Mm-hmm.
So I might make a return to racing games if this seems to pan out.
Yeah. Next up in the news, after scrolling past all the Overwatch shit,
right?
The new Call of Duty for 2025 is rumored to be a sequel to the Advanced Warfare series, which I kind of prefer those series because I like the wall running.
I was excited about this.
Yeah, the wall running, the double jump felt very Titanfall, and it was like a nice, like it was the familiarity of Call of Duty, but with the aesthetics of Titanfall, and I liked it a lot. But it's going to be developed by Sledgehammer Games, and then Treyarch will still be making the 2024 one. I don't know if we know exactly what that's going to be, arrow-wise or whatever, but
I don't think they've said anything about it
yet. Yeah. Personally, I'm done with Call of Duty. I refuse to play that game probably ever again. Like, here's the thing: will I download it if like my friends like bug the fuck out of me to bug it, and it's like a free or some shit?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, but like, I'm never going to choose to play a Call of Duty again. I feel like that era of my life is over. Where like exclusively I would play Call of Duty. So I don't know, but I like the Advanced Warfare series. So if it's good enough and it looks enough like Titanfall 3, then I'll play it. So
word.
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch this trailer, but
please watch it live.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna watch it right now then.
Just a little bit of it to the point where it gets ridiculous.
This is, Violent Night,
starring David Harbour of Stranger Things fame as Hopper, and also the dude from Black Widow, which I still haven't seen that movie. Captain Canada, or whatever the fuck his name is.
I know you don't know.
But this looks.
I'm watching it.
Like so much fun. Ironically, Luigi is in it from the live-action Mario movie.
That is ironic.
Yeah. But
I started the whole damn thing.
Yeah. Violent Night looks cool. What are you thinking so far? From
a lot of gunplay in this shit.
Yeah.
So it's a Santa Claus like revenge type movie?
Kinda, yeah. He just goes down the wrong chimney pretty much.
The fuck? Yeah. Okay, yeah, this looks pretty fun to watch.
Yeah. Plus it's rated R too. Like, that's insane. But I plan on going to see it in the theater personally, so that's just me.
Yeah, but, that looks like a good time.
Yeah. Also, I forgot to put out one of the parts about Overwatch. As of today, they actually announced that they're no longer going to be doing the cell phone thing for the SMS protection that you require a cell phone. Ironically, they were focused on that when the game was still unplayable by most people. But the biggest complaint via that was that people with things like prepaid phones or Cricket Wireless specifically, those phone numbers do not count as phone numbers that are viable.
You don't have real phones.
Yeah. Which in theory, it's not necessarily to like screw them over specifically. It's more so like if you were hacking on your main phone number and then your phone number gets banned from having a free account, but you still want to play the game and hack again, you can just go to Walmart and get a fucking prepaid phone number and phone for like, I don't know how much a prepaid phone is. How much is it?
I have no idea.
An amount, and then get back in and start hacking again.
Ideally cheaper than having a phone plan, cell phone.
Exactly. So it was removed though because there are people who just genuinely have prepaid phones and Cricket, and they don't need to be punished for not being able to either afford or not wanting to do like a cell phone plan. So while I get it, one thing that was just brought up by Anna in the chat right below it is why don't they just do two-factor authentication? Great fucking point.
Yes, that is, of course.
Yeah. I feel like the phone number thing was more so just for like hackers and like being like, you know, if we ban their phone number, it's harder for them to make a new account as opposed to making a new email and then just setting up two-factor for that. But at the same time, you can just restrict the two-factor authentication for one account. And if that account that has that phone number on it gets banned for hacking, you blacklist that phone number.
Makes sense.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Just click the button, Overwatch. That's how easy it is,
Click
right?
the blacklist button.
Yeah.
Blacklist that guy. It's
Yeah.
a giant button on a wall. The Steam Deck dock went live for sale for $89.99 on Steam. It's available without a reservation. You can order one to get it shipped. Huh?
So are Steam Decks themselves.
Oh, they are?
As of
Steam
today.
Deck is now available. I read the wrong thing. But yes, that is great. That's great for people who need a Steam Deck. The docking station is available to connect to peripherals and displays in style. So we don't, if I get that, we don't have to jankily connect the Steam Deck to the TV anymore, even though it works.
I personally bought one. I already talked to you about an idea I had about using it for.
Yes.
I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon per se, but having a streaming location that is other than this one right here that I could stream from the Steam Deck would be pretty much what I'm aiming for. I don't know if that'll work. But
also, if it does work, opens up mad possibilities for the future of this show. Because then we're going to fuck around with that.
Yeah. It's funny because it's like, it's almost makes me want to try out like a IRL stream. Because like all you have to do is just put your Steam Deck in your backpack or some shit.
Yeah.
And that could work. Obviously, people do it from like mobile phones and like a backpack setup that like keeps the phone charged and signal and whatnot. But like you could do it with a Steam Deck maybe. I haven't started testing it. I don't even know if you can download Streamlabs or OBS, to be fair yet, but we'll see. It comes in about 1 to 2 weeks, it says, so
yeah,
not terrible for amount of shipping. And then Steam Decks, I assume, are just shipping once you order it, which is cool.
That's dope. Come a long way, Steam Deck.
Yeah. Josh just bought another one.
Damn.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Josh. Go watch their video that's 1 minute long about it.
Yeah, please. It's amazing. Like, how long has Steam Deck been out? Beginning of this year? Middle of this year?
Little bit
second quarter of this year?
I feel like I didn't see people getting it until beginning of Q3.
Yeah, but when did people get it? Like, even if it wasn't anybody we knew, I think it was like second quarter, right?
Second quarter, technically, if you want to like talk about YouTubers and shit, because I feel like they got theirs earlier. I don't think anyone got it Q1. Q2 is pretty much just content creators and like review samples, and then Q3 is when like regular people started getting it. You know,
so it's amazing to me how something could launch this year and are already at the point where everybody can get one.
Yeah,
and then you think about like
PS5. What's a PS5?
It's a myth.
It's
an imaginary box.
Yeah. I don't know if there's much other news. Do we have any?
I think that's it. That was
good.
The list.
Easy peasy. In and out.
In and out.
We just got to give it back to the physical boys.
What?
We have to give the show.
Yes, we do.
You know.
Back to the physical boys who will take over from here in the past. Cool. Back into the past.
Gonna go back in time. Don't need money.
And that's where I'm just gonna cut it. All right.
Yeah, so this is the part of the show where we're going to transition into having a couple people from the Patreon. If you're at the max tier of Collector's Edition, $10 a month, you get the 2 extra Patreon podcasts a month as well. But you also get to come on the show for these live versions.
Come on the show.
And we're just going to make sure in the chat if everyone's ready. I do see that there's a couple people sitting in the waiting room of the app that
waiting
we use,
room?
I think. There's 2 eyes, but nobody is called in yet. So whoever would like to be on, let us know. Please make sure that you use a computer and not a mobile device, because the mobile device still doesn't fucking work for some reason. Call in over on GridFam, and then we'll get set up on our end so that we can hear y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want this in front or behind?
Behind, I feel like it would be less of an obstruction for you.
That's whatever.
I feel like you need to feel that little hug in the back from
Gotta jack into the brain dance, you know?
Let's do that.
I hate that I can hear myself. It's the worst fucking timeline.
You are hearing me talk.
You can do like a...
Yeah, so... ASMR.
Bubbles.
Yeah.
I hate that. All right, so Frankie said that he is ready to hop in, so we're going to have Frankie come in 1 second. I'm going to hit accept, Frankie. Hopefully this catches up in time before I hit it, and then I'm going to switch the screen, and then we'll bring you in. Okay?
Yeah.
So give me 1 second. Okay, there's that. And then live podcast with guests. Please work. Everything should be working in working order.
There we go.
Hello, Frankie.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Very much
we
so.
hear you.
Cool. All right. Give me a quick second, guys.
Okay. What's up?
Take that quick second.
You sure, babe? Was she pulling back asleep?
Baby Diana off screen, falling back to sleep.
It feels me.
I do feel you.
Hold on, I can't hear you guys now. What the fuck?
You broke it. How dare you? What have you done, Frankie? I can't believe it.
I hope it's not. It's not us.
No, it's definitely not us, I don't think. Wait, is it us?
Sorry, I'm trying to access my microphone. Okay.
I think it might have been us. Can you hear us? And now he's frozen.
Well, maybe it wasn't us.
Well, Frankie does not work at Wendy's because he is...
Nope.
Okay.
You hear us now?
Fresh, never frozen. Here we go. What's up,
Beautiful.
Frankie? We can't hear you.
Yeah, we hear nothing from you now.
We have no microphone coming from you. Welcome to...
Oh, there he goes. There he is.
All right. How you doing, Frankie?
Guys, we did it. Technology works.
How has your Sunday and gaming life been going for you?
I think this is the first time I've picked up this controller in like a few days. I don't know. What is time? Time is a construct.
Stop bragging. A few days, you son of a bitch. How about a few weeks?
When's the last time you played your PlayStation?
Huh?
When's the last time you played your PlayStation? Like,
whenever we did multiverses.
Okay, but like, when's the last time you played by yourself?
By myself, just for my own personal enjoyment?
Yeah.
What? I don't know.
I think that was when my beard was longer.
Probably, yeah. Goddamn. It's been a while. But
Yeah,
how you doing,
it's been a
Frankie? What would you like to discuss on this lovely Sunday evening of pure pouring rain?
Well, it's raining here too, if it makes any of you guys feel better.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I think we're all getting smacked with the hurricane remnants.
Yeah.
Ian out here wilding.
Exactly. Well, first, thank you guys for having me on.
Of course.
Now that you guys are closer to not just a 2-year mark, but a 100-episode mark, congratulations early on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What have been some of your favorite moments while recording, behind the scenes, or anything like that? What have been some of your favorite episodes, moments, and things like that?
Loaded question. Sugar mouth.
That's always the go-to episode. Sugar Mouth is definitely a favorite episode. If people who don't know, go back through our episodes and find the episode Sugar Mouth. That was a fun conversation. Favorite moments.
I know it's slightly morbid to say, but when we became a 3-man to a 2-man and then evolved into a better show.
Yeah.
It really it felt fucking good. I don't know, because it flowed better.
It felt good based on the fact that we were very nervous about how that transition would work.
Yeah. And the amount of shit we have around us right now, and like being able to do it weekly, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, specific moments are hard. I mean, obviously, getting to stream the Game Awards and shit like that,
yeah,
and being like official co-streamers,
Is
and Frankie is gone. God damn it, Frankie!
What's happening, dog?
No, it's all good. I mean, I guess we'll continue talking until maybe he calls back in. I think he just did. 1 second.
There he is.
There he is. All good. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Specific moments like, yeah, streaming the Game Awards and like E3 and shit is always fun, and just like pounding out content while also living life and working 9-to-5s that suck ass at the time. That was fun.
I like making the visual content that we end up giving you guys later, like the skits.
Oh yeah,
and stuff like that.
Whenever Rel comes over.
Yeah, because it allows us to be like
goofy.
Really goofy.
Yeah.
What is that?
I think it's Frankie's background.
Oh.
It's all good.
I thought that was my daughter, and the fact that, and also my wife. So.
My bad. All right. I thought it was us, like something was playing off the YouTube or something.
We good.
No.
Yeah, definitely. Like doing the skits are fun because it's like a break from the norm while also still being ourselves.
Yeah, it gives us a way to be creative without having to like directly play games and shit. Like,
right?
Yes, we're gamers, but you can also see that inside of some of the skits that we make, where it's like it's not hyper obvious, like, hey, we're gamers, guys, but it's like, you know, it's sprinkled in there a little bit, like, with some of the references or the memes we make. So that was always really fun to do, especially with the ones coming out very soon.
Definitely. Whenever we get to double down on our, not only just gaming, but like our personalities, that's always a good time.
Oh yeah.
And improv, as the last episode was called.
So much improv. God damn.
That was good.
Just wait for all the fucking bloopers. God
damn. It's a ton of those.
We'll do a blooper reel straight to Patreon if you guys want that, because we definitely have the footage. So
yeah, we do.
But yeah,
I would like a B-roll episode on Patreon.
That'd be phenomenal. We still have to make the one episode go live to everybody of the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah. Which that should be too hard to
do. Yeah. I guess a little personal one. Let's get a little emotional. Maybe I can make Ant cry.
All right, go ahead.
I really love how close we have gotten, and how close I have gotten with Ant's family and his one child I've gotten close with. The other one I can't really do that.
I'm not even close with that guy.
Yeah, like that guy's just doing his own thing, just barfing on everything.
Yeah, just barfing and shitting everywhere.
You know, being welcomed into a home where you feel like family is phenomenal, and I really appreciate that. It's a nice reset to the week as well, just like a nice reset button of like, hey, shit's going on, but boop, everything's fine again, and I can just take on the week, and it'll suck throughout the week, and then we're like, okay, back on Sunday, reset again, and it's that nice little refresher that I've definitely needed, and it's helped me a lot.
And we've been happy to have you over here.
Yeah, it's been phenomenal. The amount of baked goods I get is so fucking great.
He's got to see a true spice rack.
Yeah,
so that's also a good thing.
I know what a spice rack looks like now, guys.
Hold the Xanax, please.
Yeah, hold the Xanax, yes. But yeah, I don't know. It's just the experience overall. Like, obviously, we're not like the most popular show in the world, but the small little community that we've garnered over both Discord and then some of YouTube and all the other shit we've made is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then, you know, while TikTok had one viral video go, you know, to the moon, and everything else is just like, yeah, we're gonna give it to like 200 people. It's still, you know, it's a meager taking on, but you know, we're happy to be moving forward and stuff.
I like our progression.
Yeah,
it's
feels good.
It does feel
natural.
Good. It's very natural. I hope that answered your question.
It does.
What has your favorite moment been? because I feel like we don't ask that a lot of you guys, because like we do a lot of shit, but like it kind of just goes out into the ether, and we don't like necessarily ask for like direct, like, what's your favorite thing we've done? But like if you had to pick one thing that you're like, yeah, this is why I watched the show, what would that be?
If we're answering that question, it's going to have to be the banter and the chemistry you two have.
Yeah.
And the
Science.
fact that you guys banter very well, not just with yourselves, but with the community as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not forced. It feels organic. It's natural. It's you guys. It's Ant and Chris.
Yes.
Two guys who both have very distinct lives and are going on their own path, who come together on not just video games, but now that was the foundation that everything's grown onto it.
That you saying that, it feels good to hear you say that, because when we first started this show, one thing we said was yes, one thing we have in common is video games, but that should almost be secondary to who we are. We wanted to lead with personality and let our interests kind of just support our personalities more so. And
that's exactly what it is. And it goes into other areas of not just your lives, like in between Chris's Tinder stories and
Jesus Christ,
being a father, which in all honesty has been one of the many examples I have of being a father myself. So it's like, okay, you're going through a new baby just like I'm going through a new baby. You're cool, Frankie. You can move on.
Yeah. Know that you're not alone and stuff.
Exactly.
Definitely not.
Sugarmouth is definitely a favorite episode of mine. I had to actually watch it long after it came out because I didn't get. I think my first stream of yours was the Game Awards.
Okay.
And then that's where it rolled on. So.
Hell yeah.
But I forget which episode it was. Episode 69 is also a funny one to me, just because we all ran with the joke all the way through.
It's crazy. Like, these conversations are always funny to me because we do so many of them, and we always make the joke that it's a fever dream. Like, we forgot what we talked about.
No, I immediately forget. Like, I will forget everything that is said once the camera is turned off today.
Right, and then none of this means anything. No, and then somebody will bring up a moment, and we're like, wait, what did we say? What did we do?
Are you holding me accountable for what I've said? Because it's recorded. Yeah, that's always the worst part.
Chris, I hope you took down the VOD from Friday.
What did I do on Friday?
It wasn't so much what you did as much as what me and Ryan said on the chat regarding your latest tech.
Oh, yeah. I got to take that down just in case, that company sees that I'm trying to fool them. I'm just kidding. It's fine. It still works. It's fine. I don't think that I need a new one because I think I fixed it. I think we're good. Super glue works wonders.
Super glue works wonders. Yeah. Sorry about this.
Make wonders worldwide. But yeah, I mean,
teach you how to finesse better.
Listen, I don't finesse. I'm a very simple dude. If that makes sense. I sent the email, Yuki in chat. I sent the email, but I
sent the fucking email.
I fixed it so that it can still be used for what we need to use it for in the coming weeks. Let's just put it that way, because we need to use it for something. Another teaser for y'all. But yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm a simple guy. I don't think like, oh, I'm going to take advantage of these people, even though something broke and whatnot. But whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
You paid for it.
I did
pay for it.
I know I paid for it, but like,
all right then.
It's fine. It's fine.
Argument over. You paid for it.
It's fine. It's fine. I fixed it.
As long as you fixed it.
I fixed it.
Okay.
Fixed it. Kinda. I fixed it. Kinda. Podcast title.
I fixed it. Kinda. I already forgot what the first podcast title was.
I don't know. There it is. Right there. We already fucking forgot, but we'll go. But this is why we say multiple podcast titles too, because then we could just like click around.
Yeah, we said at least There's one other one in this episode, but on a normal one, it's like 4 or 5 times. Like that's the title.
You just got to up the percentage of like when you're clicking around and shit. If there's going to be a podcast title, so that you can get it upload quickly. Which we might not have to do in the future soon, but we'll get to that too as well. Get to that. Teasers, all the fucking teasers.
Fun stuff coming.
So many.
Speaking of teasers, I saw something documented for when you guys hit 1,000 subs, and pardon me, my memory's a little shot. Can you guys repeat what that was for 1,000?
Well, we have a policy here where we don't repeat anything and we don't remember anything. So moving on from that,
it involved a certain jorts.
In the chat. You might see something regarding that coming soon too, once it's filmed, because there might be something filmed regarding that as well. But that'll be coming a little bit later, most likely, because we got to hit the 500 first. Like we can't just But
at 1,000. I'm supposed to have a Jort photo shoot.
Yeah, and if you guys want to, we can make it into a calendar, if that's cool with Ant.
I want an 8x10.
Signed 8x10s. We should do some signed 8x10s.
Oh, just me and Jort?
Yeah, just you and Jort. It's like a wrestling thing, and you get a little signature from your favorite wrestler, but it's you and Jorts.
I'm just gonna bring back the old school.
You guys just do it.
Bring back the old school rock-aware, long-ass hip-hop jorts.
The Jabot capris.
Yeah, the ones that are damn near capris, but they're like, they just come all the way down here. With the giant pockets.
I used to have those.
They were the shit.
Yeah.
We'll give out the 8x10s next year when you guys do a live podcast at the Roots Picnic.
Yeah.
I'm so down with that.
We could do it at the pizza place. I want to go to that pizza place and do a live podcast. We were talking about it last
Maxie's.
Week. Maxie's on Temple's campus. I recently went because CLD told us to meet him there, which we'll talk about on the Patreon podcast. That excursion that went a little bit awry, but I was talking to Ant about it, and I found out more that Ant actually has history with Maxie's.
Yeah.
So do I.
Maxie's, man, that was...
I'm actually texting him now. You took...
Maxie's was when I used to record music all the time, we used to go to Maxie's and perform a lot of the tracks. So we would just be in that far corner of Maxie's where they set up the open mics and just be in there having that place fucking rocking. That was like our first big, we recorded, we felt like we were popular because everybody in there loved it.
That's when the rock star sets in.
That shit, man. That used to feel great. I think what year was that? That was 2010.
That place has got good food, dude. I got a Western slice of pizza, and it had chicken nuggets, barbecue sauce, bacon, and ranch on it.
It's college food, man.
And I damn near busted right before that AEW show and soiled my jeans.
Well,
things
that's
that
what
I said
do.
live on the internet that I will regret in 10 years.
You don't know, man. It might be in.
Yeah, Bustin' in Jeans podcast title.
That's another one.
There you go. But yeah, man, we appreciate you.
You want to check out some of the pools?
Oh, you got some Pokemon. To be honest with you, your camera is extremely small to us, so we will not be able to see them well.
All
right, so we got a Tyranitar Pokemon Go. Okay, Reverse Hollow.
Yeah. I'm only doing the top 2, so here's the other one.
All right, we got a Gyarados.
It looks beautiful.
Gyarados.
Some pulls incoming.
I'll do this one for the culture.
Zapdos.
Good old Zappy.
Uno Dos. No trace.
Zapoon.
That was from the deck I pulled.
Nice.
I got yesterday. So.
Nice. Hell yeah. We'll talk about that soon on weekly purchases, probably next week. But yeah. We appreciate you as always for coming on and also bringing a phenomenal question as well that was very loaded, sir.
It was not.
It was loaded.
Walking us down memory lane.
Yeah. But yeah, maybe we'll do some more detailed memory lane shit at some point in the future as a in memoriam. Maybe that'll be a part of episode 100. We could do the thing we already planned to do, a little behind the scenes. And then, at the end, when we wrap up, we could do a favorite moments thing.
All right, I'm with that.
That's you sparked this idea, so once you see it on episode 100, you will be directly thanked. You are not getting any money. Sorry. But yeah, man, we appreciate you as always. Would you like to shout out your stuff? And are you getting back to streaming sometime soon, or are you just still dadding it up until it gets a little more calm and then hopping back in?
It's starting to calm down, so I'm still testing the waters.
Lucky.
Inching closer and closer.
Every day. Taking it one day at a time.
That's all you can do.
But you can find me everywhere at Quite Frankly. The I in the word quite is the number one. I am there on everything.
Hell yeah.
So
check them out on Twitch. Go watch some VODs.
Oh yeah. A lot of the VODs are still up, so if not, I'll put them back up.
Upload them to YouTube.
I might actually do that too in the meantime.
Hell yeah.
Well, but thank you guys.
Thank you.
To 100,000. So
the amount of jorts you're gonna have to wear
at 100,000. I'll have to have stock in jorts at that point. They have to pay me to wear them at that point.
We're gonna own Levi's at 100,000.
You heard it here first.
Sponsored by Levi's.
Sponsored by Levi.
That's like at that point, we don't have 9 to 5s anymore.
Oh yeah, no, not at all. Working towards it, but yeah, we appreciate you as always, Frankie. Enjoy your Sunday.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy your tiny Tinas and your lovely family.
Do that.
Oh yes. Thank you guys. Have a good one, y'all.
Peace, man.
Bye.
Peace.
Alrighty. Well, that was Frankie. Very much appreciate him for being on the pod and whatnot. Do we have anyone else in the chat or watching from Patreon that wanted to hop on the podcast today? Oh, one person is still technically watching, so in theory that should be.
Who is that?
I don't know, because it's just an eyeball.
True.
But yeah, let us know in the chat. And still, until then, improv time.
Improv.
I love how that's always your move, where it's just shuffle back.
That's my dance until.
Who needs tap shoes when you got Crocs?
Yep.
That's podcast style.
If I put taps on my Crocs, it's fucking on.
Dude. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. Like taps on the bottom of Crocs. Put that shit in sport mode.
Sport taps.
Sport taps. Oh god. So many good podcasts. I love
ant bars. I don't know if I have any ant bars. Being a father has fried my brain.
Yeah.
My freestyle brain.
I feel that. I feel that entirely. Dude, when was it? Was it Thursday? And we were chilling before record. I think it was actually after recording, maybe. Mm-hmm. And Trenton busted out the slime set. The whole time I was there, I'm like, hey man, make sure you're over the placemat. Stay over the placemat. And then he'd be like, look, and like I'm like,
it just flies everywhere.
Like, hey, you know how the placemat isn't where my face is?
When you left, you went to bed. The end of the night, right? I went back up there.
So much slime.
And I was just cleaning that table off. Because he was playing in slime. And it was like, I'm cleaning this up, not because I don't feel like he should do it himself. I just don't. I'm saving him from getting yelled at.
Yeah.
Because if Adrian would have came down and saw slime all over her kitchen table, she'd have like grabbed him by his fucking arm, just lifted him.
This close to doing it because it was on the sink and she saw it. She's like, "Why the hell is this on the sink?" And I like slightly stepped him. Oh, he had to wash his hands. It might have gotten in there. And I was like, "You owe me."
Trenton doesn't have any idea how much he I protect him and he doesn't know about it.
Yeah,
because typically everybody's in bed. I'm the one down here cleaning up after everything's said and done, and I'll see shit. I'm like, man, he's better be happy I saw this and she did.
One of those days, he's gonna be extremely thankful, to say the least.
One of these days, I'm just not gonna do it. Like, no, fuck this now. You're getting in trouble. I'm not touching it.
Might have to, but I'm not seeing anything in the chat about anyone else wanting to hop on. So I don't know if anyone else is hopping on from the Patreon this week. It might just be Frankie.
Which is always good because we don't know. I mean, either way, we love hanging out with you guys. Yeah. So regardless, it's dope time.
Hell yeah.
Dad of the years, right?
I got nothing to add in person. All right. I mean, that's fine if you don't have anything to add and no one else is wanting to hop in. I guess that might be it.
Might be. That's fine because we're gonna get a Digital Boys segment.
Yeah. That'll be added in. I mean, we're already at 120 minus the 5 to 10 minutes for the intro, so like pretty decent length. And I think Frankie came in with a phenomenal question that made us think.
Mm-hmm.
There's your one burp of the show that you always get. That's the
always.
quota. But yeah, as always, I mean, do we do the plugs and then sign off for the day and then call it early? Because, I mean, this will be probably like the earliest we've ever ended.
True. I don't know. Let's call it by. Let's end the show.
Yeah.
And then if we decide to do something else, or we can just plan for the upcoming stuff, we can do that. But
maybe feud. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens.
We'll see.
But
as always, save letter B number 4 quitting on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube.
Titty.
Also on Patreon. Join our Patreon. You could be part of one of these once a month and get 2 episodes. Yeah. 2 extra pods a week. We gotta
record those too, because technically we're in the new month.
True.
So this is for last month's because we had to wait a week because busy.
Right.
But we gotta record those.
Let's see. savebeforequitting.com. Get all your merch. Get all your merch. Get all your merch. Water bottle. Hear that?
Sounds so
this could all be yours. savebeforequitting@gmail.com. You want to email us anything, everything, whatever.
Yeah.
However. What else, man? You got anything else?
Discord.
Join the Discord.
It's already in the chat.
It's in the chat.
Before we even said it. Join up. It's a phenomenal little community that we got going right now. And then also, make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. If they're interested in video games or nerdy shit in general, point them our way, and then maybe we can entertain them. And if not, then that's fine. But, might as well throw us a bone. A wet bone.
A wet bone.
Austin Powers.
I do.
Yeah. But, yeah, new stuff on the way. Bunch of new skits. Episode 100 coming up. We are taking 1 week off in between 99 and 100, just so we can make everything is in order and whatnot to come out correctly. So just keep that in mind for when that week comes around and Thursday and Friday come and there's nothing.
Right.
I might even take off Figure Friday that week because I might need to put in some overtime on this thing that we're doing for 100. But we'll see. New merch coming, as you saw in the teaser from the iPad, probably in like a week or so. And then the return of Bitch Made is coming soon as well.
Yes.
We're
planning for it.
Lined up that we're going to play either maybe on stream and then we'll just make a video of it. Because I feel like on stream would make the most sense. You know what I mean? Because I could set up a thing that does like people if they want to donate or something or use bits to like do a jump scare.
I'm not mad at that.
Like a loud sound. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to do it, but I can figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
So that's a thing. But yeah, well, I think one of the games we got lined up is the Mortuary Assistant, which is a one-player game. In theory, I guess we could play it here, but I don't know how that would work.
The Mortuary thing?
Because it's a keyboard and mouse.
It is?
Yeah, it's a PC game. I think.
Oh, okay. You can't put a controller in the... Is it strictly keyboard and mouse?
I think it might be. Because it's one of those games where like you need multiple buttons to do things, and I think it's like not like a prominent developer, so it's like...
All right, I mean, I can get like a wireless keyboard. Yeah, we can figure it out.
We can figure it out. We also got maybe Little Nightmares on the way as well. That was one that was suggested. And
I got that already, so we can play that whenever.
And then the main one, which will be at the end of the month for like literally on Halloween, will most likely be Resident Evil 8, but in the third-person mode, bringing that back. Maybe play that a little bit into the next month as well, just to, see if we can finish it or something. But, yeah, Bitch Made is on its way back. And then, we got some Demon Throttle content coming. I actually forgot to upload the one video. It's literally unlisted on our YouTube, uploaded.
Well, that's easy. There you go. It's done.
I just need
ready.
to do the thing,
Hit
but
the
I
button.
completely forgot until now. So that'll probably be coming at you tomorrow morning. And then Patreon podcast will be coming in the weekend after that, and blah, blah, blah. I'm going on vacation as well for a 2-day vacation to go see my brother in Virginia, so we'll have to figure that out.
Yeah.
So much shit to figure out.
But it'll all be done and all be worth it. We've made it through this far. We got to keep going.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've got nothing left.
I got nothing either.
I have no more words or thoughts. Brain empty, head empty. I'm so hungry, too.
We should probably go eat. That was the thing again.
It sounded like someone dropped a plate and it went like, and did like the thing.
And the thing where it's rolling and rolling to the stops.
What was the thing called? Bueller's Disc or something like that?
That's what it's called? I don't know.
Yeah, there's like it was on G4. That's the only reason I know.
G4 has the answers to all.
Rest in peace, Kevin Pereira.
Damn.
He's gone.
He got what? He's gone.
Yeah, he left the show.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he left the show. It was like planned though. Like they were. Oh. He was like, I'm here to start it up, and then once it's like running, I'm out. But he'll come back for like little bits,
shows and segments and stuff.
Like not like hosting anymore. Now it's exclusively being hosted by Austin Creed.
Good for him.
Friend of the show, even though he's not.
He can be.
Wish he was. Love you, Austin Creed. Please,
Please be our friend.
I'll eat a spicy chip with you. Did you see that video?
Yes, I did.
It looked painful. I'll do it. I'm not good with spices. I only have painkillers on my spice rack.
We all knew that. Just throw some spice in the painkillers. These are some tasty painkillers.
Yeah. And before you spice your painkillers,
that's the title.
You can remember to always
save before quitting.
And we'll see you next time, and we'll leave you with a commercial.
Do you want to see the most luscious hair in all of gaming? Then head on over to the Save Before Quitting podcast every single week, where you can see this luscious head of hair.
That's right. 500 subs, and it's all gone. And you look like me.
Save Before Quitting is not liable for any blinding of eyes from the bald caucasity of this man's scalp. Any and all inquiries can be sent to the Save Before Quitting Discord, in which you have to only follow one rule of not being an asshole. Don't be the first. No hair was harmed in the making of this advertisement. Prolonged watching of the Save Before Quitting podcast will incite fits of laughter, learning of gaming knowledge, and also the filing of many taxes.